Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third round of the opening mobile racing league. This is Kiato back. The commentator is Kevin, and in today's round, we are heading to the Sepang International Circuit at Malaysia. 20 laps, 20 dry laps that we will see. I suspect with absolutely pure chaos, as gravel is, as you can see, really close to the track, and we will probably have some contact as we now finish the very first lap of the quali, and it's Oscar van 81 with a 29.15, followed by Tyne on the front row with a 29.33. Then we have Benny Compressor Sneak, Pablo, I think that guy's new. Milo, Cozy, Lomerbab, Lemon, Spiro, and Elogian. And those are the very first provisional laps of every driver. Now Compressor's finishing the second lap. I think Nick and some others improve a bit, like Compressor. Let's make a quick review. Back to the standings with Tyne leading now the championship with 43 points. 2 consecutive podiums and 1 win. Compressor, who are now we on board, just won the Brazil previous round, and Lotion climb up. But now let's see who will take the pole, and it's Oscar fan with that 29.15 on that pole here at Malaysia. That will be front row for him alongside Lotion. With our 29.23, that's been a really close qualifying. Then on the rest of the grid, we have Tyne, Compressor, Vini, Milo, Slowernik, Pavlo Cosil, and Spyro on the top 10. And outside of it, we have Omerbab and Lemons. Low attendance today, really low attendance. But now let's see who will. It's actually Oscar making 3 pole positions in a row, though. He made Portugal, he made Brazil, and now he has made Malaysia. So that's the quality merchant, that's the pole merchant. Now let's see if he can convert to finally a win. So let's see what happens now. All right, waiting is over now. And let's see what will happen as lights go out in Malaysia. Oscar defends the pole, Eloxian is second, and Tyne climbs 1 more place, going outside turn 1. Eloxian side by side as Oscar now gets a bit away of the pack. Eloxian, Vini, Compressor, and Tyne battling side by side on the very first sector. No one actually dies. That's surprising to check out that we are racing in OMRL, and Eloxian makes a move in the final corners and overtakes Oscar. Now he takes the lead on that hairpin, and he leads the very first lap. Oscar, Tyne, and I see Kravel slow. Nick, Vinny, and Milo into the pit wall. We'll comment that now soon as Tyne finds his pace and climbs 2 more places, and down takes the lead of the race. Eloxian drops 1 more place, and Oscar keeps falling and falling and falling places. Back to P3. Compressor 1 second behind the leading pack. Kozil, Pablo Spiro, and Omebab side by side heading into the right hairpin. Side by side final hairpin, turning now left, and it's Omebab who leads this pack of Spyro, Nick, Lemons, Milo, and Vini really at the back. Compressor has finally catch up these 3-pack group, and it's a 4-pack, always the commentator's course. But now just a big gap, half a second behind Oscar, Eloxian, and Compressor, who are trying battling side by side with those mediums, and Eloxian is definitely the only one with the softs. Compressor, ooh, nice switchback from him, and it worked really well. It's weird line. He keeps it down. He keeps it in place. Yes, he's doing. So, well, hold on. I'm saying on Lemons. Oh my God. What did happen there? VD trying to overtake in a really strange corner. That's not the call. That's not the move. Let's review now things really quick. As you can see now, the pit wall here is absolutely criminal. We've just seen on the second lap, I think it was. The very first incident with it. Yeah, so basically do not discard side-by-sides and people getting smacked and pushed into the pits, as it's really close as well with the gravel. But so far so good, I have to say. I'm really surprised. Side-by-side Eloxian compressor leaving just enough space to keep the car on track. They do side-by-side. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Eloxian being pushed by compressor, and we got that on clip. Yeah, that's absolutely unlucky. Yeah, that's basically what we were commending. But in terms of strategy, that's quite spread, 50-50, mediums and softs are the call. Probably going mediums, softs, and softs, mediums. Depends on the strategy. Remember the 2 compound tire rule. So far, lap 7 out of 20, Tyne leads the pack, leads the race with 1.5 seconds. A bit less than a second to Oscar Fan and Compressor, who gets pushed by Oscar. That's the podium spots. Those are the men. And Kozila on P4 chasing a bit more than a second, and Pablo climbing places on P5. Then we got Eloxian, who has been, who remember that has been pushed by Compressor and has fallen up to P6. Spyro on P7, finding some issues with that final hairpin. OMRL on P8, Slovernik on P9, Neil on P10, Lemons on P11, and Vin is the first one to pit and goes for hard tires, and he will get absolutely at the back of the... Oh, what's happening? What? Something weird happened? I think we solved it. I think we don't. I don't know what happened. Okay. I hope that it's good. I don't know what to say. I think we're good, but okay. Well, we will just stream like this. So far, so now Tyne, he keeps increases the gap. He keeps increasing it. 1 second, 1.5 seconds. A bit of delay there. Oscar, searching for the undercut with those hard tires. He was close to Compressor. He was a bit more. He was a bit far from Tyne. But it probably works. He has clean air. He has 5 seconds of clean air. So he shouldn't lose a lot of time. I see some trouble on the exit of the pit lane. Vin and Slovenik finding themselves with the grass as well. Lemons and OMRL, who tried to overtake that slow car but didn't work at all, as Compressor takes the provisional lead of the race with those medium tires, as Tyne has managed himself to pit with the soft compound, and now he touched the grass and the car slowed down as hell. And Oscar less than a second with those hard tires. Let's see if he can keep the pace for these 10 remaining laps. I think it will be hard, but hey, that's not impossible. Compressor, who keeps extending the gap and keeps extending that tire. 12 laps of mediums. It's not bizarre, but it's just crazy. It's crazy for him. He will go mediums, softs. That's absolutely the call to go. But yeah, well, Lemons as well, and just the only one to pit is now Compressor, who is now making the pit stop. Let's see if Tyne and Oscar will emerge. Will the strategy work for Compressor? For Tyne, probably not for Oscar, and he gets in front of Oscar, and with the fresher compound, he might be able to catch Tyne. He might be able. We might have a race until the very end. Lap 13 out of 20. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tyne, Oscar, Compressor and Oscar on the podium spots. Through almost 3 seconds behind, it's Pablo. P4, Kozil on P5, Eloxian down to P6, OMRL now the first one to DNF. Spyro on P7, Slovernik on P8, Neil on P9, Vini on P10, and then the only one outside the top 10, it's Lemons on P11, as OMRL has now DNF'd. As Oscar now has fallen back 1.5 seconds behind Compressor and Tyne. Compressor might have a shot in this remaining 5-6 laps of race as we enter now lap 15. Kozil with the fastest lap, 29:10. That's basically one of the only battles going on here. Kozil and Lokshan vying for that P5. Lokshan actually Lokshan has climbed one more place. And he kept but that's impossible. More than 4 seconds. It's actually impossible. It's actually impossible for him to get up, to catch up that pace. But time! What has he done? Oh my god! Oh my god! Big mistake from the leader, and that will surely cost the race. Compressor took the chance, and he actually won it. He's done it cleanly and fast, without any issue. That was a gift. That was a gift. Compressor now leads the race with the right tires. He has younger tires than everyone. He did the pit stop as late as anyone. So he has the advantage. He has all the numbers. He has all the cards. He has all the odds to win now. Lap 17 out of 20. Time 2 seconds. And that gap keeps increasing and increasing. Oscar has fallen really back and it's almost 3 seconds behind. And Pablo might even have a chance. But those tires probably won't help him at all. Those weren't soft tires. Hold on. We don't know if Oscar or Pablo will be at those podium spots. And remember, hold on. I've just remembered Compressor might have a time penalty for pushing Aloksen into the pits. So he will need to push as well to get at least a 5-second time gap. Lap 19 out of 20. Time is running, and time is going to an end. Space is reducing, but Compressor needs more time. Compressor needs more space, as well as Oscar, who actually Pablo is catching up. Pablo is catching up. Lokshan, he seems to keep Kozil at his rear, but I think things will remain as it is now. Compressor now starting his final lap, the very final lap of the race, the very final lap of Malaysia. But we don't know if he will be able. 4 seconds. He might have a chance. 4.5, 4.70. He might have a chance. Compressor might win even with the penalty. Heading up the final corner, and Compressor will win the race here in Malaysia, and time will be second by 4.76. Compressor might lose the win. Oscar will be third and Pablo final will be 4. Eloxian will be 5th. Kozil P6. Spyro will be on P7. Milo will finish on P8. Vini slower Nick. Will be finally Vini on P9 with that final move, and Nick on P10. And last but not least will be Lemons. But I don't know if Compressor actually won. I'm not sure. So this will be a decision of the stewards. Hold on. He crossed the line first, but we don't know which will be the final results. But this has been Malaysia. Absolute cinema about this race. Kozil with the fastest lap of the race, 29:10. Quite fast, gotta say. Compressor crossing the line first, time second, and Oscar Fan third. So those are the men who will bring champagne home. Outside the podium, we have Pablo, I think on his debut. Eloxian final on P5 with that unfortunate incident the very first laps. Kozil P6, Spyro P7, Milo P8, Vini P9, and Slovenik P10. And Lemons and OMRL with that DNF are the only ones outside of the top 10. Wow. Really interesting race. Let's see next weekend if we can keep this amazing and chaotic championship. This time in Sunboard in Europe back again. So ladies and gentlemen, see you all soon for next round at the Netherlands for more chaos of the OMRL Racing League Until next time.